Becoming a professional speaker, getting the big stages, keynoting major conferences for a ton of money sounds super exciting. Or just expanding our speaking so we can get in front of our target audience so that we can sell more of our services. Or maybe even speaking at industry events as part of our profession. This all sounds great and we want to do it, but it's hard to break in. And what I've learned in my few years of doing this is that this can be a very predatory industry. Because we're chasing the dream, because we have this vision of speaking in front of all of these people, there are a lot of people that will make a lot of promises, tell us a lot of things for a lot of money, but not deliver it. And that's the very nature of industries, the very nature of capitalism, is the very nature of people trying to make a buck from people who really want it. And I understand that. I've been subjected to that. And I've been speaking for about 4 years, and I've seen it all, and I've engaged with some of it, and I've learned along the way. And one of the things that I've come to realize is that there is a gap in the market, a gap that I'm trying to fill with what I would like to present to you with what I'm calling the Ambitious Speaker Collective. This is an idea where it's going to be very low cost, but I'm going to put you in front of experts where you can have conversations with other speakers, conversations with the experts to really dig in and understand, how do we actually do this? How do we make a business out of this? And what differentiates what I'm doing from what a lot of people are doing is that I'm not just going to tell you, and I'm not just going to have the experts tell you what you should do as far as put out this kind of a video, put out this kind of content, make sure you're doing this kind of outreach. Those are all strategies that serve to get you to an end result. What I want to do is reverse engineer the industry a little bit so that we're operating from a place of understanding, where we can look at how the industry actually operates, dovetail that with our personality and what we enjoy, to then figure out the right strategies to get booked, either in front of your target audience to sell consulting services, or to increase yourself as an industry speaker, or to get those main stage keynote speeches. So at the Ambitious Speaker Collective, what we're doing is we're going to have a pilot program where we are starting April 24th of 2025 with our first session. This will be free of charge for anybody who wants to jump in and see how we're going to do things. And we'll tweak it. We'll go based on feedback. We'll make adjustments. But what we are going to do on April 24th is we're going to have a 2-hour block of time slotted, noon to 2 o'clock Central Time. I'm in Minnesota. And what we are going to do is break that down. We're going to have at least 3 different experts who are going to help answer this one question. And that's how each session will be. One single question where we will spend about an hour rolling up our sleeves and digging into that question, how it gets answered. I will be asking them really tough questions, kind of the question behind the question that we all really want to know. We'll do that for about an hour. Then we'll have a half an hour where those who are on the Zoom call can ask their own questions of the experts. So that'll be about 90 minutes of content. We're going to start right on time, and I'm going to bring as much value as I can. We're not going to be spending time going around the room, getting to know everybody. I'm just going to trust that organically networking and relationship building will happen on its own. If you see somebody that you want to connect with, chat with them, set up a coffee afterwards, whatever. But our time together, because this is what I want out of these sessions, is just going to focus on answering this question. So we'll have 90 minutes of content, including the 30 minutes Q&A. And then I'll leave the Zoom room open for about a half an hour. We'll all just kind of hang out. And that can be the networking, community building, relationship building that can happen in that space. So hopefully that makes sense. That's one of the differentiators that I hope to do, is that we're going to focus on the content, roll up our sleeves and dig in. And networking and relationship building will be a side benefit of that. That's different than how other places do it. And if that's not your jam, I understand that. But I know that there's a lot of us out there that are like pulling out our hair because a lot of these Zoom sessions, these communities, will just be all about how many dogs you have and if cats are better than dogs and those things. And that's fine if that's your jam, but it's not my jam. And for a lot of people, that's not our jam. So on April 24th, the first question that we're going to ask is this: how do event planners find and select speakers without using a speaker bureau? So I'm going to be bringing in 3 experts who I've worked with in the past, who have hired speakers or had speakers come in for free, where they get a ton of different people that are interested. how do they actually decide who they're going to consider? How do they actually make the decisions? We're going to reverse engineer that for those of you who are in the audience. And if you're part of the ASC, as I'm calling it, the Ambitious Speaker Collective, if you become part of that, you'll have access to these videos for a while if you're not able to attend live. So my vision for this, and I know this is rambling because I just do a one-take thing. This is kind of the unright way to do it. It's not super polished, I get it. But we're going to do this one for free. Maybe we'll do others for free, we'll see. But my plan is, starting in May, to have one of these every month, and the cost is $75 for the entire 6 months. Not $75 per month, not $75 per session, 75 bucks. And it's refundable if you're not happy. So there you go. I want to have a little bit of skin in the game for everybody. But what I was always looking for was something that was going to add value, to help me actually increase my business, to ask the right questions, to be able to engage with experts. That's not $6,000 for a weekend. So there you go. That is my attempt to build this thing. I would love to hear your feedback. If you're interested, shoot me an email. This is low tech to start. We're just going to do it by email. I'll send the invites that way, or maybe we'll start a Google Doc or a Facebook group or something. I don't know exactly. The logistics will work themselves out. But just reach out to me, say, hey, I want in, and I'll make sure you get the invite, and we'll just take it from there. But yeah, reach out anytime. My name is Steve Fredlund. My website is stevefredlund.com if you're interested in checking out my own speaking journey. But you can email me at steve@stevefredlund.com. Hope to see you on April 24th and beyond. Take care.